who was partners with L.A. Reid and Babyface in Atlanta, and these guys had this competitiveness. L.A. had a girls group. I bet you don't know who his lead singer was.
No.
Pink.
Oh.
She's the exact same age as Beyonce, and there used to be this battle which group was better. You had Usher. He was the same age. They were all 14 and 15 years old, living in Atlanta.
Trainers have been training older artists to lie and say they were as much as 10 years younger than they were. It's all to sell you records, to sell you a...
Hey, Beehive, how old is your queen? Well, apparently, that's a question that has people talking because not everyone seems to agree on the answer. Outside of Beyoncé's family and those who were once closely connected to them, including her former stepfather, Richard Lawson, no one really knows for sure. Recently, Beyoncé has been facing fresh online speculation after comments made by members of her family sparked renewed debate about her age. As the conversation gained traction, social media users began digging into old interviews and public records, claiming that certain official documents don't seem to match the age Beyoncé has publicly shared over the years. Those claims have fueled rumors that she may have been less than truthful about her age all along. However, none of those allegations have been definitively proven, and many believe the inconsistencies could simply be the result of misunderstandings or record-keeping errors. So, is there actually something to these claims? Or is this just another celebrity rumor that's taken on a life of its own? Let's break down everything people are saying.
Yeah.
Now, Beyonce was born in 1981. I don't know how that picture of her standing up, almost hip-high to her mother, happened. Like I said, it was the largest infant I ever seen in my life.
Okay, so right off the bat, lying about your age is nothing new in Hollywood. Some celebrities do it simply because they want to appear younger or keep certain parts of their personal lives private. Others do it because ageism is a very real issue in the entertainment industry, especially for women. Many believe that looking younger can lead to more opportunities, bigger roles, and a longer career, so adjusting a birth year isn't exactly unheard of. There have been several celebrities who have admitted to changing their ages at some point. For example, Nelly has said that after signing his first record deal, he claimed to have been born in 1978 when his actual birth year was 1974. Whoopi Goldberg has also spoken about presenting herself as older early in her career, so she would be taken more seriously and appear more experienced. The difference, according to many online, is that those stars eventually acknowledged it, while Beyoncé has consistently maintained that she was born in 1981. According to her official biography, Beyoncé was born in 1981 and is currently 44 years old. However, rumors resurfaced after documents that were claimed to be from the Texas Department of Health began circulating online, alleging that she was actually born in 1974, a 7-year difference. It's important to note that these documents have never been verified as authentic, and there is no credible evidence confirming that Beyoncé was born in 1974. Still, the alleged 7-year gap fueled endless speculation online. Some people argued that if it were true, it would completely change the timeline surrounding her early career, and even the public discussion about when she and Jay-Z first began dating. Others also wondered whether the rumors could extend to Kelly Rowland, though no credible evidence has supported those claims either. The controversy grew when reports claimed the Texas Department of Health initially addressed the circulating document before later stating that it was fake, and reaffirming that Beyoncé's birth year is 1981. That sequence of events led some internet users to speculate that outside influence may have played a role, although there is no evidence supporting those theories. As the rumors continued, social media users began revisiting old interviews, looking for moments they believed supported their suspicions. One interview that frequently gets mentioned featured Gabrielle Union discussing her longtime friendship with Beyoncé. Gabrielle recalled that they had known each other since they were teenagers, leading some people online to question how that timeline fit with the publicly reported ages of both women. Others, however, pointed out that teenagers covers several years and doesn't necessarily mean they were the exact same age. Another interview that resurfaced involved Drea, who claimed she attended high school in Houston with Beyoncé. She recalled seeing Beyoncé walking the halls and singing to herself long before she became a global superstar. Critics of the official timeline argued that the reported ages didn't seem to line up, while others noted that memories from decades ago different grade levels, and incomplete context make those stories far from definitive proof. As a result, the debate continues to rely largely on speculation rather than verified facts.
I remember her, just small school, I remember her passing through the hallways, and I mean, she was stunning. She was just a stunning woman. But she would sing, I can during the hallways and walking by. And I just remember, and I'm not just saying this, but I remember saying, wow, that girl is something. And I didn't really know much about her because we didn't have classes and she was in a different art area. I was a theater major. But she stood out. And then years later in college, one of my other good friends called me and said, open your yearbook and look at whatever page, because I didn't put Destiny's Child was already a big deal.
Right.
I just didn't make the connection because she looked so different. And so for 2 years, Bills, all of these songs that I thought were great. I didn't even make the connection that she went to my high school.
According to Richard Lawson, the speculation only grew because of comments that Beyonce's mother, Tina Knowles, has made over the years that some people believe don't perfectly line up with the official timeline. One story that often gets brought up involves Tina recalling that she took Beyonce to see the Jacksons' Triumph Tour when Beyonce was just 3 years old. Tina described the experience as a defining moment, saying it was during that concert that Beyonce first realized she was meant to perform on stage under the bright lights. Since the Jacksons' Triumph Tour took place in the early 1980s, some online commentators have argued that Tina's recollection raises questions about Beyonce's publicly reported birth year. However, others point out that memories shared decades later can be imprecise, and a family anecdote alone is not enough to verify or disprove someone's age. As a result, the story has become another talking point in an ongoing debate driven largely by speculation rather than confirmed facts.
Big lights.
When Beyonce was 3, I took her to the Triumph Tour with Michael Jackson and his brothers.
Wow.
And my friend said, well, if you go to this certain area at the Astrodome, he's gonna come out that way. So I had her out there, it was a group of about 20 people. He walks over, tries to grab her. And she loved him so much, she was just overwhelmed as kids do, and she just started crying, and she wouldn't go to him. But what are the odds of that?
Wow.
And she said then, I'm gonna be like Michael Jackson. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Look at her now.
Look at her now. And I just think that that's how fate and God work.
The only issue with that story, according to people online, is that the Jacksons' Triumph Tour took place in 1981. If Beyonce was born later that same year, she couldn't have attended the concert at 3 years old. That's one of the main reasons the story continues to fuel speculation. However, let's play devil's advocate for a moment. It's entirely possible that Tina simply misspoke. Anyone who enjoys telling stories can occasionally mix up dates or events, especially when recalling memories from decades earlier. Some fans have suggested she may have actually been referring to the Jacksons' Victory Tour in 1984, which would better fit the timeline if Beyonce were around 3 years old. Considering Tina was recounting events that happened more than 30 years earlier, it's understandable why a few details could have become blurred over time. However, some critics argue that the explanation becomes less convincing because Matthew Knowles has also made comments that they believe don't perfectly match the official timeline. During a radio interview, Matthew discussed Beyonce's early years in the music industry, mentioning that she, Usher, and Pink were all around the same age as they worked to establish their careers. He also referred to Pink as being part of a girl group that competed with Destiny's Child. Those remarks prompted online debate because Pink and Usher are both publicly known to be older than Beyonce based on their reported birth years. Supporters of the rumors see this as another inconsistency, while others argue that Matthew may have been speaking broadly about artists from the same era rather than making a literal comparison of their ages. As with the other claims, none of these comments alone serve as conclusive evidence, leaving the discussion firmly in the realm of speculation rather than established fact.
Partners with L.A. Reid and Babyface in Atlanta, and these guys had this competitiveness. L.A. had a girls group. I bet you don't know who his lead singer was.
No.
Pink.
Oh.
She's the exact same age as Beyonce, and there used to be this battle which group was better. You had Usher, he was the same age. They were all 14 and 15 years old living in Atlanta.
Child, when it comes to the Carters, It can be hard to separate fact from fiction because rumors have followed the family for years, and every so often one of those stories ends up containing a grain of truth. Recently, online speculation has intensified with claims that Beyoncé's former stepfather, Richard Lawson, has grown frustrated with his past experiences involving the family. Some social media users allege that he's been sharing behind-the-scenes stories and making claims about the Carter family, including accusations that parts of Beyoncé's public image, from her age to her marriage with Jay-Z, aren't what they appear to be. However, these claims remain unverified and should be treated as speculation unless supported by credible evidence. The internet has also latched onto what some believe are repeated inconsistencies. Supporters of the rumors argue that multiple people have made similar comments over the years, leading them to question whether it's all just a coincidence. Others, however, point out that repeated speculation doesn't automatically make a claim true, especially when no definitive proof has ever been presented. Some commenters have even claimed they remember old television interviews where they believed family members appeared uncomfortable whenever Beyoncé's age came up. Others say they wouldn't be surprised if she were older than her publicly stated age, while some take the speculation even further by suggesting that much of her public persona is carefully crafted. Those opinions have circulated online for years, but they remain just that, opinions rather than verified facts. At the end of the day, Beyoncé has consistently maintained that she was born in 1981, and there is no credible evidence proving otherwise. While internet theories continue to resurface from time to time, none have definitively established that her publicly reported age is inaccurate. So, what do you think? Do you believe there's more to this story, or do you think it's simply another celebrity rumor that's taken on a life of its own? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, baddies.